Folks, this, guys, if you happen to see this at your front door, let's just say you open up the door and, you just want to go out and get the mail, and this was standing at your door. Just answer the question in the comment section. What would you do? Give me your most honest answer. What would you do? You see, folks, you can't make this stuff up, man. Now I really believe that Kayla Harrison has a mental illness. I think Kayla Harrison is mentally ill. I believe it because this woman, her level of delusion is insane. Guys, and I'm not being funny. I don't play when it comes to mental health. I don't play with that. I think this woman definitely has mental health issues because she claps at the fans, okay? She clapping back at the fans who they criticizing her choice of opponents. Now, me, I'm not going to say a fighter sucks, okay? Because when you step into the octagon and you train and you do a lot, I don't normally, that's not my habit of saying that, hey, this fighter sucks. Now, in Kayla's case, I will say that the matchups that she's been given, they're favorable. What do I mean? Kayla, have you ever questioned Ray Sefo? Have you ever questioned him? Like, hey, why do you keep putting me in there with so many strikers? But why, whenever I get in there with a good wrestler or a grappler, I tend to struggle. Yeah, isn't that something, huh? Well, when she gets in there with Larissa Pacheco, she has a tough fight. She gets in there with Marina Mahatnikina, tough fight. I wonder why. That's because you can't go in and bully these type fighters because they know some type of sambo, they know how to wrestle, they know how to grapple. Wait a minute. There's an equation that's, I'm just thinking about this equation. Let me think about this. Wait a minute, to test you, to really test you, why don't we put you in there with more of these wrestlers / grapplers? Isn't that something? But you know what? They're not going to do that. Ray Sefo isn't going to do that to his investment. I mean, guys, Kayla Harrison can make, what, $500,000 to $1 million from what I read. Now, this is alleged from what I read, but Kayla Harrison didn't say it was false. She can make from $500,000 to $1 million, okay, a fight. Fighting these favorable matchups. Like, why? Why would she want to stop doing that? It's an easy lick. It's an easy bag. I mean, folks, Kayla Harrison is a hustler. But, she's very delusional. Because now she's upset because people are saying, well, your choice of opponents ain't good. Like, what's going on with that? And so she was saying, my opponents, they're completely legit. They work hard, just like anybody else. Yeah, Kayla, we know that they work hard. We got that. We understand that your opponents, they work very, very hard. Yes. But most of the people you face, they're strikers. These people are strikers. Okay? These people, they don't have a ton of grappling or wrestling experience or judo or any experience for that matter on the ground. If you go look at this girl's resume, that's who they keep putting her in there with. They keep putting her in there with these grapplers and these wrestlers. Now, they're funny. She faced 2 very high skill level wrestlers / grapplers, and she struggled. She had problems. I wonder why. You see, the blueprint that they've given Kayla Harrison is simple. Just dominate these people, and we'll build you a fake legacy that you're the most dominant person that everybody's avoiding. See, we already know this game, okay? We already know the hustle. I know what the hustle is. I mean, Ray Sefo's a hustler. I told y'all this about this dude. I said this man is a master hustler, okay? And he's trying to build his brand with Kayla, but the thing of it is, the problem that Ray Sefo is having, you can't build a brand with Kayla because Kayla isn't popular. And I know people want to say it, but guys, she's not popular. And she's not a draw. Even if Kayla were to fight somebody, let's say not Nunes or Sabor, the pay-per-view numbers wouldn't even be that great. And not that I care about the money. I don't care. But, I wouldn't watch Kayla Harrison on pay-per-view. I wouldn't do it because who would they put her in there with? They would put her in there with some striker. They'll build this striker up because this striker will have a lot of knockouts. But they'll put Kayla in there with her saying that this is Kayla's most dangerous opponent. Hell, they tried to do that to when she fought Jenna Fabian. They tried to do that when she fought Jenna Fabian. This is a dangerous, kickboxer, and she's got knockout power. But I'm sitting here like, do they see this matchup, man? Does anybody see this damn matchup? Jenna Fabian was food for Kayla Harrison. Food. Jenna Fabian don't know how to operate on the ground. She might know how to put you in a tie clinch. She couldn't even do that because it's like grappling and that kind of thing it's not her strong point. I mean, folks, like, come on. And you can't, Kayla, you're upset? Like, I don't get why you upset. You're upset for what? People are speaking the obvious truth. It's the truth. But see, Kayla got a lot of people around her, man, that just won't tell her the truth. Like, you got a lot of people around her. They know they're not telling her the truth. See, if I was close to Kayla, if I knew, I'd tell her the truth. I'm like, Kayla, you fighting a bunch of people that can't fight back. I mean, look, Kayla, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. You don't get to beat up people in favorable matchups and then complain about it. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do it. And you've been talking about Cyborg mostly and Nunes all this time. Well, okay, that's fine. If you really truly wanted to fight Cyborg, if you really truly wanted that, okay? Hey, Kayla, you could have been known to PFL a long time ago. A long time ago when you had an opportunity to leave. I'm talking about straight leave and say you don't want to come back. You had that opportunity. See, people make it think that, oh, well, the PFL, they matched the offer, so, Kayla had to stay. No, even before then, when Kayla was going to leave, like she's not dog-tied to the PFL. Kayla could have gotten out of there, y'all. Don't let her fool you. She could have got out the first time when she had an opportunity. But what did she do? She re-signed. Yeah, but PFL matched her offer. Look, man, there are clauses in contracts when you fight out your obligation, okay? The promotion, they can choose to try to keep you. Okay, they can choose to try to keep you. And that fighter does have an option to leave if they want to leave. But don't use that, oh, well, that's a crutch. That's a crutch. Well, I got to stay because the promotion keep. No, Kayla, that's easy money. Let's be real. It's easy money. Think about it. If you can make $500,000 in 20 seconds, because that's what it takes for her to keep beating these strikers, would you do it? Or would you go somewhere else and make the same money, but then you got to fight 5 rounds in a war? Would you do that? The common person ain't going to do it. Kayla is a part of this generation where they clout chase. Kayla is in the clout chasing era. Okay? And it's prevalent than ever. How many years did this girl use Cyborg name? And when Kayla was 3-0, she could have fought Cyborg. Like, see, folks, let's not make it seem like that Kayla is protected and can't leave the PFL. She had every ample opportunity to fight Chris Cyborg. Okay? She sparred with Amanda Nunes multiple times. And I keep telling y'all about the story that did happen, a factual story where Amanda Nunes beat up Kayla Harrison in a sparring. Do you really think she want to get that embarrassment? See, let me tell you something about goofy-ass people like this. I mean, look at this damn photograph. She look goofy right here in this photograph. People like Kayla, that she's got a different kind of mental illness. And this mental illness is that one where she can't stomach losing. She can't. I mean, guys, y'all remember when Pacheco took her the distance? This girl literally act like she lost. And I said, if this girl ever lose a fight, I'm going to tell y'all, man, they're going to have to watch this girl. Because, see, you got to understand, look at this from Kayla's eyes, okay? Kayla Harrison was never like the beauty queen, okay? She was never like the pretty girl, okay? She was never that pretty girl. So she couldn't get attention that way. She was never the popular girl. She couldn't get attention like that, okay? But, see, this judo and MMA thing, you don't have to be very pretty to do it, okay? You don't have to be popular to do it. You just got to go in there and win. So you think about it, her whole life is revolved around her winning, okay? It's revolved around that. Could you imagine what would happen? Because, it's not like she Paige Van Zandt or Rachel Ostovich. She can't go back and just model after getting your ass whooped. That's not going to work. Kayla's whole life is wrapped up in the fight game. Or judo. It was judo at one point. Now it's MMA. She has no other identity outside of this. So that's what it is. She got to keep winning. This girl can't stomach losing. And I'm telling y'all, and I'm telling you again, if she lose, you better damn well believe, man, Kayla Harrison going to get missing for a while. She going to get missing, and she going to have every excuse in the book for why she lost. This girl going to have 1,000 excuses for why she got her ass whooped. And it's going to be obvious. It's going to be inevitable what happens to her. She can't handle losing, y'all. Like Kayla Harrison, I honestly had. And matter of fact, not only would she have a problem losing, I mean, Kayla Harrison is insecure. She's extremely insecure. So that's that. See, it's just a facade that she tried to be all cocky and arrogant. That comes from insecurity. I can tell you right now, she's insecure. She's insecure about her body sometimes, which hey, that's how she built. That's how she built. She got a muscle frame, and Kayla is a naturally big girl, so she can't really help a lot of that. Now, the muscle mass that she put on, she can help that, like with her supplementation and that kind of thing. But for most of her life, Kayla been a big girl, so she can't really control that. But she's self-conscious about her body. She's self-conscious about her looks. Very self-conscious about that stuff. You ever hear her talk sometimes about beauty and that kind of stuff? See, Kayla was never that girl. She wasn't the female that guys are just knocking the door down trying to get to. It's not her. She don't have that avenue to fall. Now, she's dating somebody, but, it's not like, like you got all these dudes that's just like, ooh, Kayla. Nah, it ain't like that for this girl. This girl is living in a state of delusion, and she can't stop, y'all. This is an addiction as well. Okay, she's addicted to clout chasing. She addicted to it. She'll never stop talking about Cyborg. Never. She'll never stop until they actually get a chance to fight. And isn't it funny, man, how Chris Cyborg in the beginning was trying to get this fight done. They were trying to make it. That for some reason, she couldn't go back to Bellator and ask them, look, this is what the PFL said they do. Scott, what can you do? Give Scott a chance to negotiate. Okay, give Scott Coker a chance to go on and negotiate this thing. Make this thing work out. But it just seemed like that Kayla wasn't interested in fighting for Bellator. And it just seemed like it. Like, yeah, it's called a negotiation. You said you want to fight for legacy. Scott, the PFL, and this is what I would have said if I'm Kayla. Scott, the PFL matched your offer, okay? They matched it. Scott, please, I need you to better the offer, Scott. I want to fight for my legacy. I want to fight Chris Cyborg. Chris Cyborg is a part of my legacy. I can't be the fighter that I need to be, that I want to be, unless I fight for my legacy. Scott, can you make that happen for me to fight for my legacy? Chris Cyborg is my legacy fight. You see, if Kayla would have went to Scott Coker like that and demanded that she get that money, or they, they outmatched the PFL, Kayla Harrison would have got the Bellator deal. So guys, don't let her fool you into thinking that, she couldn't do anything. There was nothing else she could do. That's a damn lie. Okay? This girl want to fight Cyborg a bit more than Amanda Nunes don't want to chase Nina Ansaroff around the house. Now, we know that Amanda does that. So we know that Kayla really don't want to fight Cyborg.